Hey everybody, Everyday Crypto Tax Shield. Another amazing day with Jason. Jason, how you doing?
Doing great. How you doing today, John?
I'm going to make it. It's a good day. I think on today's topic, I want to pick your brain a little bit, and I know you've given me free rein to do so. I want to know more about what might be some good ideas and maybe some particulars that you do when you're vetting, a coin or an NFT project or thing, and what goes through your brain and through your process when you do a deep dive. And I thought maybe we start there and kind of set you loose and kind of, because I'm going to be taking notes up here and down here, so we'll see what happens.
You used the lingo. Did you catch yourself? You said deep dive.
Did I? I'm
Good for
learning,
you, man. Good
I'm
for
learning.
you.
This is like the Karate Kid. You're teaching me how to paint fences, and I'm learning.
Good for you, man. That's great. That's good. That's nice. Yeah, deep dives. That's a super cool topic. Absolutely.
Let's do it.
So, in general, throughout the day, I'll get, I don't know, maybe 5 to 10 text messages or phone calls or emails about a buddy of mine saying, "Hey, look, check out this project. I really like it. I want to get your eyes on it." That's what we say.
Right.
Or I'll do the same. Like I'll bounce ideas off people just to see what their reaction is, see if they saw the same thing I saw.
Right.
And when I look, it usually goes something like this. First thing I'll do is I'll go to CoinGecko.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to type in the coin. It'll come up. And it'll give you all the information you need. My eyes automatically always go to the market cap.
Oh, okay.
For me, that's like the most important thing. From the market cap, you can see a lot. Like you can probably guess on how new it is.
Right. And
you can tell how much room there is to grow. So if I look and there's a $20 million market cap, I'm usually kind of cool with that, knowing that any project at all, if it gets any success at all, it's in the hundreds of millions, right? So there's lots of room to grow.
Okay. Yeah. So not to cut you off there, but so do you go basically by dollar amounts? I mean, you weren't being super specific there, but is there something entry point you look for?
All projects are different.
Okay.
Depend. All projects are super different.
Yeah.
But the market cap will give you a lot of information really fast.
Okay.
If I look at the market cap and it's $1.5 billion, I know right away this better be really good because it's already already in the billions, so it's hard to get into the tens of billions, right? So
sure. Whereas
if I look and it's $10 million, I know right away there's whatever it is. If I like it, it's going to be a good pick.
Cool. So you get the messages, you send out messages, get your eyes on something. Above and beyond the market cap, what else are you sort of looking for in terms of project or scope?
Yeah. So from there, I just I'll go through and I'll look at the graph real quick, and I'll maybe do the 30, 60, maybe this 30-day, the 6 month and a year. I'll kind of and give it a quick, really glance of technical analysis.
Yeah.
If you look at these graphs enough, you'll notice certain trends. Like if it's a new coin that came out and then crashed, and then now it's had an accumulation and starts to peak up, that's something you see often. So you can look for those patterns. And okay, if it's doing this, it crashed and it's going up. Okay, this is a good entry point. All right, let's look further.
Okay. So
from there, I'll look at the circulating supply of coins versus the total supply of coins.
Okay.
And the reason why that's important is if, let's just say you look at a project and really like it, but only 10% of the coins are actually circulating, and then over the next 5 years, they're going to release the other 90%.
Right.
So no matter how much you like that project, it'll be hard for you to outrun that wave of coins that's going to dilute your shares.
Gotcha.
Right. On the other hand, if you look and you see that all coins are circulating, that's it. There'll be no more released. It's a much more positive situation because you don't have to worry about that. Right.
Gotcha.
And then from there, if it's passed all these tests, then I'll go to the website. Mm-hmm. And you can find that on CoinGecko as well.
Okay.
And the first thing I just want to look at is like, is it cool, right? Does it look like they've spent some money on it? Is it crypto?
Right.
Is it a landing page? Is there a theme? Does it look like they spent some money on it?
Right.
Some time, money, and thought, right? Because you can tell right away. There's a lot of projects out there that are corporate America people trying to jump in as crypto, just trying to grab the money.
Sure.
And you can feel it. The second you land on that webpage, you can feel it. You're like, yep, I've seen this. And you just move on because they just don't have enough experience within the space. If I like the website, then I will look who the founders are.
Right.
If the founders are super public, that's a positive thing because that means there's accountability.
Right.
If they're anonymous, that's a little more riskier. There's less accountability. If things go south, there's no accountability.
Gotcha.
So I don't touch too many projects that are anonymous teams, to be honest with you. But there are exceptions to the rule for sure.
Okay. Can I jump in real quick? Does that happen a lot, or is there a lot of anonymity with founders? I mean, is it, or it seems like a best practice would just to sort of be transparent, but it sounds like it's not always that way.
So there's two reasons for a team to want to be anonymous.
Okay.
The first would be devious, right? Their intention is to scam you, and it's a rug pull, it's a money grab, and there is no real end goal besides them getting rich, right?
Right.
But there are other examples. So there's certain DeFi projects for probably legal reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Teams would rather stay anonymous.
I see.
But the projects are super legit, and they are very successful and have goals and accomplish them.
Gotcha.
Maybe just in the country they live in or something like that. They're afraid of, regulation changing and them being, maybe liable or something like that.
That makes sense. Yeah. I didn't mean to cut you off. So
no, that's a great question for sure. So if the team's public and if I'm still interested, and usually I'm way out before now, right?
Yeah.
Very few projects have made it this far down the road.
Sure.
Maybe 10% make it this far. Then I will look at the founder's LinkedIn page, maybe go to their Twitter and just see it. Have they done other projects before? Are they crypto? Or have they had success? What's their pedigree, right?
Right.
For example, the first thing that I fell in love with Gala was their pedigree. Mm-hmm. It's all success. Like they've done this before, right?
Right.
And if I'm still interested from there, I'll look at the roadmap. The roadmap will tell you a lot. Their vision, where they're at now, what they've accomplished, and what they're trying to accomplish down the road. And I'll look and see if they've been on time with these goals. Are what they're saying hitting any narratives? Is it reasonable? Is it a good idea? Do I believe in that vision? Right.
Right.
So if I'm still there and I like it, most likely I'll put a pin in it for a day.
Okay.
Kind of keep it on the burner. But there are exceptions. So if I've had 2 or 3 friends reach out to me and say, hey, man, check this project out. And I check it out. And at that point, I am in love with it. I'll just ape in because there's already been three other sets of eyes that I trust on it. And I saw it and I liked it as well. So no sense in waiting a day,
Gotcha.
Unless I think there's going to be a price dip or something like that. But
okay. Interesting.
That's pretty much it. Now, currently, I'll look at on average 10 projects a day, but I do try and get in more. It's just with life, you still have all that time.
Okay.
And I'll usually do that research at about 3 to 5 in the morning. And the reason why I do that is because the Asian markets are up, so you kind of get a head start on what's going on. And then the world's asleep, so I can really get focused in on what I'm doing. No phone calls, no texts, no emails.
Right.
And that's where you get the real good information. And you got to look at it like fishing.
Mm-hmm.
I know for a fact, right now as I sit here, there are 100x gems floating in the crypto space that I am not putting eyes on right now.
Wow. Okay.
I know it for sure.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of efficiency and if I can get those eyes on it before it's too late.
Gotcha.
And that's really the trick. And some days there's nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'll go a week without seeing anything I really like. And then like last night, I saw 3 things right away. The first 2 things I looked at, I was like, yes, these are great. I'm in.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's got to feel good, right?
Yeah, no, it's like hunting. It really is.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. It feels that way.
And you're dressed for the part today. So
right. Thank you. Yeah. Go Buckeyes. But there is a skill set to this. I'll be honest with you. There is a skill set to this, and some guys do it better than others, and some guys have a better eye than others.
Sure.
Mhm.
So two things you said that kind of piqued my interest. One, you used a phrase I'm not familiar with. You said you aped in. What does that mean?
So aping in is kind of just going in without doing homework.
Gotcha.
Right?
Okay.
You see something, your friend said it was awesome, and you trust his opinion. You're like, hey, you know what? I feel like gambling, and you just don't do enough research. That's aping in.
Got it. Okay.
There's different degrees of it, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
And then the other thing that struck me very interesting, and it comes from, it seems like it comes from a very, very traditional sort of investing strategy, which is looking at the roadmap, right? Seeing if they've hit certain dates on time and sort of followed through with what they've done and where they're going. That seems very smart. You know, the whole thing that you're doing, obviously, I think is very smart, but that to me in particular seems like one of the great parts of doing that, which is to look at past history, you know, sort of going forward. I think it's very, very important just to everybody listening that in part of doing your homework, kind of look at that. You know, that should be a good signifier of whether or not it's at least a little less speculative than some of the other stuff might be.
Yeah, it's like they say, history doesn't rhyme. History doesn't repeat, but it does rhyme.
Right. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, no, this is great stuff, man. I just I wanted to pick your brain a little bit, kind of find out what Jason does to vet projects, and this is going to be super helpful for myself. And again, I like the roadmap stuff, and I do love the idea and like the idea of looking at the founders. I think that's super important too, because if you're going to climb in bed with someone, you want to know a little bit something about them. I guess would be maybe like a crass analogy, but it makes sense, you know.
I'll tell you, a good thing somebody could take away from this interview would be the importance of friends and having the ability to bounce ideas off them.
Absolutely.
Now you have to trust them. That's the thing is you can't just, I'm not going to bounce ideas off my neighbor, right? Because he doesn't know anything about crypto.
Right.
But I do, if I find somebody
mm-hmm.
and they're even remotely likable and they're good at crypto,
yep.
I make an effort to put them in my circle, right? Because as many big brains as possible is what you want. You want as much bandwidth within your little circle of crypto guys.
Absolutely.
And I'm telling you, one good find a year could change your life, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you find 10 of those, right? Because you have 5, 6 buddies who are all talented and they can all find good projects with tons of upside and that are considered a good gamble, right?
Sure.
That's what I would take from this interview as well. Like first, get good at doing deep dives. Be diligent. Don't FOMO in and don't FOMO out, right? Don't buy coins out of fear of missing out and don't sell out of fear of losing. Mm-hmm. Never do anything out of fear.
Right.
It's in general a horrible idea. Yeah. Do your homework. Know what you're invested in. So that way when the turmoil comes, you're comfortable. Like it's not, if you know what you have bought.
Right.
And things go south, it's more, you view it more of an opportunity to buy more versus taking a loss and selling out of fear.
Awesome. Yeah. And maybe in the next few episodes, we'll start talking about emotions and talk about why that's not necessarily, you want to get psyched about a project, but not necessarily act based on emotion, you know? So
that'd be a very important show for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Jason, thank you so much, man. This has been good stuff. And I know we're going to get a lot of good feedback on this thing. This is it's always good to see a professional's sort of work life and how they go about what they do. So
John, I appreciate you, man. I really do. Thank you.
Not a problem, man. We'll do another one of these soon. Don't forget Crypto Tax Shield. Jason was talking about having a good community around you. That's exactly what we're building. And Jason's in there. I'm in there. Get a good mentor if you don't have one, Jason or somebody like Jason, because they can really guide you on that path. So we'll do another one soon, my friend.
All right, John. We'll see you tomorrow.
All right. Take care.